See me getting bald, you know. No, I just couldn't find it.
You're getting bald?
Balding.
Check.
Me?
Yeah.
Why? You don't know I'm balding?
It doesn't look that bad.
Let's because I'm taking what is
He's
it?
Finasteride?
Finasteride.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Same
Can
here.
You still get a boner?
Yeah, yes. Well, look, even you take it, right? It's not like you could just stop taking it.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
if you have side effects, you totally can. I think it's fine to take.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if you've had any side effects.
No, I haven't. But that's
No.
why when people talked about it, like they would tell me, like, "Dude, what if you like your dick doesn't work?" I was like,
Well,
"There's like such a low chance, and you can just stop."
It's like a 1% chance.
Yeah, I was like, "You don't need to keep taking like no one's making you like castrate yourself."
Yeah, it doesn't like off your dick for the rest of the
It does like you just not take it. But
No, it
it's-
fell off. I took it. It
Yeah.
fell off.
but you know, it helped a lot, and it was just frustrating because it was mainly like a thing of like, look, I don't want when I'm trying to do some content, and then like if it for some reason you can see the top of my head for like 2 seconds, it'll be all they'll talk about.
Oh, are you balding here in the crown?
Yeah, well, so like I'm like this right now,
Oh, I see.
which is like this is way better than it was.
Wait, it gets better?
Well, no, so it just gets like healthier.
Okay.
So like it doesn't
Like
get
your follicles
worse.
get thicker, right?
Yeah.
So my hair got a lot thicker, which just makes it look better because now it's a bit more thicker. Right?
Yeah.
Would you take it?
I am taking it.
Oh, you're taking it too?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm the one who got
You got me
him
on
on
it.
it.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
because I was like, every man in my family
Yeah.
went bald.
Yeah.
And so I had this shit on like lockdown since like early 20s.
I wish I started sooner.
Right.
Because I could have prevented even having a bald spot in the first place.
You don't look like you take it.
Bro, look at that head of hair.
Look at that, man.
Look at that head of
Big
hair.
ass head of
You
hair.
don't take it, right?
I don't take
You're
it.
so fucking lucky because your
Yeah.
hair looks fucking immaculate, and you
I do have thick ass hair.
fucking so lucky.
Fucking
I think I would take it though.
Listen, if I wasn't on camera, I would not have given a fuck. I would have just been done with it. But I think that being on camera, aging is a vulnerable thing to have to do. And to have every daily like age vlog of you where people could see you age is such a like hard thing to kind of deal with when you realize it.
Yeah, it makes it harder to age in peace.
Yeah, right. Because
Yeah.
normally you would just kind of be like, yeah, I guess I'm getting older and no one would give you trouble about it.
Yeah.
But now you have to like slowly age. But I guess there's some grace in aging, but it's not always that simple.
No, zero grace in aging online. People call me Unk now.
That's fucked up. you're literally the same age.
I know. I'm 28, but like today, for example, I'm gonna play basketball with this guy Jason. He's like one of the upcoming streamers, and he's 19 or 20 or something.
Okay.
And so yeah, when I'm going to stream, everyone's like, oh, like I hit him with like the classic, "What's the shape of Italy?"
Yeah.
And then I said boot, and then I ended the call. And then I was like, oh, classic. And then they go, Unk joke, W Unk joke. Brought that one out from the 1900s. Dusted off that one. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
I'm 28. But
I mean-
it's how it goes.
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean,
We're getting phased out.
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm okay with that.
You're okay with?
Wait, didn't you want to do this for like 5 years tops anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also I've just realized that obviously that generation watches that generation, but it's not like people who get to like 25 stop watching YouTube now. Like
No.
people, I prefer having an older audience anyway. It's more chill.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
feel like
definitely.
there's a lot less.
There's a lot less pressure.
Yeah,
I feel
way
like
less pressure. Everyone's so much more chill. You guys are
They're
cool.
more understanding.
You guys are cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on
yeah,
with it.
exactly.
And also less of a need for like insane
Yeah.
content and like fucking off the wall shit, yelly, screamy shit.
Yeah, I mean, like I can do a fucking stream where I just chill with Pete, and that'll be great content because it's just like people just love seeing like just hanging out, vibing. I don't need to do a crime.
How long are you guys doing Trash Taste?
We just hit 4 years.
Yeah.
You just hit?
Just hit 4 years.
Are you doing 4 more?
Yeah, if it still
You made a noise. He said yeah within
Yeah, like
seconds.
same one, same thing. Like yeah, like we'll make it work.
I mean, it was more. I know the noise he made. It's like if we get to 4 years.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's like you know what?
Is it up to us?
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay, this is a great question as an owner of a podcast yourself or co-owner. When is the time to stop doing a podcast? Because what if we're all happy, but let's say the podcast has 1/50th of the viewers? Like,
So
is it better to pack it in before you have a decline, or is it better what does the end of a podcast look like?
Right. Well, does it peter off?
Do you
Yeah.
do a big bang, being like, guys, we're ending it, like, or
Like
do you
this is
let
the
it?
like next week's the last episode.
Because-
kind of deal, right?
You know, as you've also learned, podcasts are very stable generally, and they make generally pretty good money for what it is.
Yeah.
And for the ask. So I think that, it also allows us to it's very creatively fulfilling, I think, because then we then also have this podcast, which is very stable, and it gives us a stability to a job that is not stable.
So
Yes.
you wouldn't do it if it didn't give that stability, though. Like if this podcast dropped and we got 50 views.
I think we would do it. We would probably not be as intense about the weekly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think if we were getting like 50 views, we'd be like, you know what? We're all traveling. Maybe we don't have to harass you to use your studio.
Right.
Yeah.
Skip a couple weeks.
Yeah. I think we'd be like, you know what? We'll be back. You know?
Right.
But I think, but I think I like that we have something that keeps us accountable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but I like that we have to. Do
You're
it.
beholden to your audience.
Yeah, I
in
like
a way.
it.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very like proud of ourselves.
Yeah,
That
we've never
managed
missed
to
a
do
week.
210 episodes.
4 years is impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah. Have you
not,
guys missed
not
a
missed
week?
a single week.
We have not. We've done like intentional skips, I guess. Like we did like end of year recaps.
Right.
Right.
And you also, one thing that I noticed that you guys do, which I think that we don't do at all, is that if you're not on it, they still film it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Like, if
we've
some of
done it
them are missing.
without everyone there.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. But I think it's easier with 4 too.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
With 3 to 2, it's a lot more noticeable. I
Yeah.
think.
It's a different show at that point.
Yeah, it's
I
a
feel
different
like
show.
It's conversation.
Yeah.
So you guys are all actually going to do it as long as it works.
I
is
can,
what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I can see myself doing it for another 4.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Do you not
could.
see yourself doing the yard for another 4?
Nah, man. Bro, what are we going to be talking about in 4 years?
Well, listen, okay, because how many years is the yard going for now?
3.
So you're like a year behind us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do you already feel like you're running out of stuff to talk about weekly? Or like, do you feel like you're repeating yourself in terms of like,
Oh, I do that already. I've been doing
Yeah.
it for years now. Is I just forget what I've said.
so we have this problem now where I have this problem where I think Garnt has told a story on the podcast, but he hasn't, and I'll stop him from telling the story. I'm like, Garnt, you've already told the story.
Like
and then
two levels deep.
And then
Yeah,
the comments
yeah.
get so
Yeah, we-
pissed off at me because Garnt's told me it in private, but not on the pod. But I could have sworn it
Yeah.
was
We
on
We
the
don't know
pod.
what's real and what's fiction.
Yeah.
it's a blending of like life.
We've done this thing where we've gone down like a rabbit hole, and then like it's the same conclusion that we got to like a year ago, but we didn't know. But no, I don't think I could do it because I don't think anyone likes to do something until it like
burns
fails.
out, right?
Yeah.
Because I think there's a level of grace to exiting on your own accord as opposed to being told like, hey,
like-
you're past your
yeah.
prime or something. And I think that's very universal. But I also think, man, it's just like it's a lot. It's a lot of like, because you ever feel like, because a podcast you're sharing your life and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you do it all the time, you don't live enough life to share.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also true. That's also true. But I think
That's streaming as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel that with streaming. I definitely feel like I meet streamers who I feel like haven't done anything.
No, and they're especially if they start young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then their life becomes very derivative of like
Yeah.
regurgitating stuff that they've done and heard on stream.
Yeah, because I feel like the biggest disservice you can do to yourself is not being interesting or like not having anything to talk about.
Right.
Like, I
Yeah.
feel like you repeating the same things is, you can do some. I feel like it's like whenever you do anything, you do a bad decision because you know you're going to get a funny story out of it, or you maybe do something that's less optimal because you're like,
Right.
I don't think I'll have a fun experience out of this, or something to look back on and talk about fondly, or like type 2 fun, where you do something you know is not fun, but in hindsight
The
will be
story,
fun.
yeah.
I do that now. I feel like I don't know about you guys, but I definitely do this now.
I do that all the time.
I
will
do
do
it now.
things that are detrimental
We're
to have a fun
diseased.
story.
We're diseased.
But I think doing this has made me learn that I'd still probably do it if there wasn't a podcast. I mean, okay, let's say you give up on being a YouTuber. Would you still would you calm down and not do all of these like things that you say yes to now, or would you just say no to things?
I think I'd still say yes.
Yeah.
I think I say yes to more because I'd have more time to do them all.
Yeah.
Because I think you're right. Like I think I might have initially started to do stuff because it's like, oh, this could be fun to talk about or like a good experience to share.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, it's actually a good experience to live.
Yeah, exactly.
And like maybe
Yeah.
even share, but like
Yeah.
not in a public format, like privately to like people who you talk to in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think also podcasts are great at helping you kind of, at least if you're doing entertainment like we are, is that you learn to, I suppose, have conversations better over time. You learn to be a more confident speaker.
I mean, ours is the opposite. I've lost the ability to communicate.
Actually, I have watched your show.
Four white dudes talking about piss and cum and shit.
Yeah, you guys do talk about a lot of piss and cum.
It's bad.
I mean, we talk about the occasional shitting, but you guys take it to a whole nother
Yeah,
level.
you guys are a lot more.
It's very rare for us to
free.
get to the piss and cum territory.
That's how we start. Kick off with those ones.
We're gonna be really deep to get into that.
All right, if you were ever to quit, then what do you think is like the point that you realize? All right, what's the line where you're like, we should consider stopping?
I think it would coincide. I don't think it'd be like I couldn't stop the pod and then continue to stream at my cadence, because then everyone would just be like, why did you
quit?
stop
Yeah.
You're live playing Valorant? That doesn't. So it would have to be a combined thing, which I don't know when it'll be, because I got to work for quite a bit longer, I think now. I thought I'd be able to get out of this, but not anymore. I've been sucked into the black hole.
Well, I mean, shit's expensive.
Yeah.
you gotta keep the lights on, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big change is that with Off-Brand, I just got a lot of employees, and I think if I quit, they all lose their job. And I think that's bad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a responsibility.
So it is actually purely working out of responsibility. But I also think that's just the journey of man.
Yeah, I also think there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
Yeah.
I think
No.
that, you know, we're put on this earth to coexist, and sometimes you have to be a part of something. You know, and there's no shame. There's, I don't think you have to always do what you exactly want to do in life.
No, I think it's like it's a mixture of maybe some desire, but also like what you're good at. It's ikigai. You know about ikigai? It's an
I
ancient
do.
Japanese phrase.
The reason to live.
Very Joseph.
Okay, thank you, Lars.
I could explain it.
No, it's okay.
Wakarimasen.
It's okay. Wakarimasu.